Happy Wednesday!
Welcome back, 4th grade friends.
I was trying to think of a different word than wonderful, but all I've got's wonderful. It's a wonderful Wednesday again.
Wacky
Wednesday.
Is it home? No, it's not homecoming week. That was last week. Sorry.
No, I think it.
I know homecoming was sometime.
Yeah,
Miss
might
Paulson
be
and
now.
I can't keep up.
Might be. We're here to teach you.
Yes.
We can do that.
And we love Ruby.
We do.
We hope you do too by now.
Yes. You've definitely know Ruby as a person really well by now. And then maybe even have some ideas about the worry, because I mean he too is a character here, or she.
Yeah.
In the
Busy.
story.
So busy.
The unibrow made me say he, but it could be a she.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. The worry. So that's why, to wrap up Ruby Finds a Worry, we're going to take a look at, again, characters. We're going to be able to describe our character by looking at her thoughts and words and actions. But then also thinking about the interactions, that means how they get along, over the course of the story. So how they change, how Ruby changes in the story. Because our main characters always change. Mm-hmm. There's something that happens.
It would be super boring if they didn't.
No.
If they just
went
showed
through
up.
the whole story and then they ended up exactly where they started off.
We would not pick a text like that for you.
No, that would not be a good story. So this is kind of a review. We've done this before, but we just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about Ruby and get you thinking again about characters. So that,
because she's a great one to study.
Yes.
She's a great one to study.
Yes. We call this, she's deep.
She's
got a lot going on.
She's trying to choose joy, though. I love that about her.
So we can start that. In the beginning, there's no doubt. It kind of almost tells us that she is
happy.
She's happy.
She's very happy.
And when we've talked about how you don't want to use feelings as a character trait, but there's always kind of a but you sometimes can, because there truly are people in life that are always happy. That's
no
the
matter
only
their
thing
circumstance.
we see. And so then we could say that yes, they are happy. And I think that's how Ruby was. Because if I look at kind of her fun little polka dotted dress and her fun little striped tights and her fun hairstyles, I'm thinking she's probably really happy. And I could picture her being that kid that kind of bounces when she walks because she's so excited.
And we all know
all
that
the time.
student, and we love them.
Yes. And so when we say happy, that's because I truly think that's how she was.
It's who she is.
It's who she is. It's not just a feeling.
It's not a Monday feeling.
Right.
It's not a Thursday feeling.
Right.
It's an all the time.
All the time. And then we learn that she's really happy because when she's swinging, but that kind of shows her being happy, a feeling. But then it also talks about her going to the garden. And so what do we think about that? Her time spent there in the garden. The author uses some words, but those words tell us that she is very,
very curious. Very curious to be outside and in her surroundings. Like Miss Paulson and I, we have loved being outside to talk to Ruby about you because the weather is so amazing, and we just couldn't bear to be inside with our time together with you.
The author chooses to use words like she loved to explore. So if you like to explore, that's going somewhere new is what the word explore means. So she loved to explore and go to faraway places. And it even looks like if I look at the illustrations, and I use the illustrations to help me, it even looks like she's curious and thinking.
And if we go to a faraway place, we must have an awesome imagination.
Oh, I love that.
Because if we didn't have an awesome imagination, we wouldn't even want to go to a faraway place.
No, we'd be content stuck in our room, being in our world.
Yep.
But I think Ruby definitely was one that imagined herself going and exploring and making.
She looks
her
like an
own
artist.
Oh,
to me, she just looks quite artistic. And I don't know that from the story.
Right.
It's just when I look at her and her choices of colors and activities, she just seems like a great little
very
artist.
artistic person as well.
Yeah.
Well, and then if we go on through the story, so in the beginning, she's happy, imaginative, curious.
Choosing joy every day.
Choosing joy. But then we get here where the pages start to get a little dark and we meet her new companion, the worry.
Well, the worry's not busy on that page.
Yeah, it's a little.
Oh, he's stirring.
He's
starting
stirring.
to stir.
Yeah, I want you to really kind of look at and pay attention when you're watching the story.
He's starting to stir.
That the worry's a little mixed up.
He's kicking it up.
He's not just a simple little circle of a dot. There's some movement happening in
And that's
there.
what worry does, Miss Paulson.
Oh, it does.
Has a hard time resting.
It does. Oh, I look at this picture, and you all may not know this, but this book Ruby's reading here, War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy,
It's the real deal.
I've got to admit, Ms. Paulson's never even read it. And this is a big deal. Big story here. So I would say that Ruby's smart.
And I think she wants to be at peace.
Oh, yes.
But she's getting the stirrings of just unsettled, which is the symbolism of the war.
Oh, this could be evidence of your artistic thinking
Love
of
evidence,
Ruby.
Miss Paulson.
Look at this bit of evidence. Look at this dragon
Did
she
make
has
that?
made. It looks like it's made out of a box to me.
She's got her scissors.
Right, even looks like she may even had a plan where she was drawing the plan of her dragon. Oh, and if I look really closely, there's a pretty picture, and then like a mean, growly-faced dragon as well. Huh.
Look how her eyes change when she's looking at the worried while she's brushing her teeth.
She's changing.
Her
see.
happy eyes are not there.
No, there's definitely not the happy. The worry's getting bigger and messier. The unibrows getting more and more serious. So, then I would
She's an amazing
say
character.
Ruby has a big heart.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely. Because you can tell how much she's affected by this feeling.
Yes, and she doesn't like it.
Not at all.
She's not gonna just settle for it. She doesn't like it.
Right. So, and then like here we talked about an artist again. Here she can't even, she's so consumed with her worries she can't even
express
draw.
herself.
No.
And all of her other friends are.
Right. So this is her being sad, but remember that's a feeling. It's not her character trait right now. So the trait
Not what she
hasn't-
wants.
No, not what she wants. Oh, she might also be talented.
Oh, no
because here
way.
she's playing music. She can ride her bike. She has the art that she's done, so we could say that Ruby's talented. And this is her thinking about things that would have been happy thoughts.
And that bring her joy.
But then she's starting to notice the worry there, and then so it makes all those happy thoughts a little not so happy. Then if we get, finally, she's consumed. She thought she would never be happy again. But look at her face, kind of starting to light up when she realizes that everybody else has worries too. There's that in her face, like, wait a minute, I'm not alone. So then she finds her friend and asks what's on his mind. That shows that she is empathetic.
She has empathy. She could have walked right by him. She could have thought, what's wrong with him? But no.
Empathy is when you see others going through something that you yourself have gone through, and so you notice that and you see it and you want to help and you want to be there for them. You understand what it's like to be in their shoes.
You feel what they feel.
Yes, that is empathetic. And she is definitely that. And then look here at the end. She felt like herself again.
Look at all those colors. And look at her friend.
Oh,
They're so happy together.
so happy.
Miss Paulson, we know we all have worries.
Yes.
So our friends at Morningside, who could they talk to if they have worries?
There is so many people that will listen, but there's one person I can think of that stands above all others, whose purpose there at Morningside is just for this, and that's Mr. Brunick. You will all know Mr. Brunig. He's our school counselor. He's been sending you his videos about some of our guidelines for success and some of our character words. And his job is to talk to our students if they have a worry.
And he's an amazing listener.
So good.
Really great listener. So you could always share your worry with Miss Paulson and I.
Right.
And then we could connect you with Mr. Brunig, and he could take that one step further. So all of our Morningside friends, we are here for you. We know it's a very different time in the world, and we know that we all have worries, but we want to teach you how to react and how to respond to those worries together.
That's right. And that's why we read, because we can learn so much from this, what seems like the simplest stories. If we really listen, we can learn so much from. So
Learned so much from Ruby.
this one is something that we need to hang on to. When you have a worry, you are not alone, and we are here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
All right, friends, I've loved Ruby so much.
I have too.
I
I'm kind of
have.
sad to see her go.
I know.
But we'll
I
have
know.
a new story ready for you. We'll have a preview for that on Friday. So be on the lookout on your enrichment day. There'll be a preview for our next story.
And Miss Paulson and I are excited because we're going on location.
Oh, yes. We're going to adventure like Ruby.
We're gonna
find
adventure
our
out.
adventurous sides and head out.
Absolutely. So until we read